Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of dividing polynomials. Very exciting stuff. 3.3 in college algebra, dividing polynomials. Hooray! Let's start with one that we know how to divide. Let's try something like this. X squared plus 4x plus 3. Somebody says, hey fella, why don't you divide that by x plus 1? So you say to yourself, let's use the old hand division algorithm. Oh, great. So you say to yourself, how many times does this divisor go into this dividend? X goes into x squared. X times x will give me x squared. Now you put it above the 4x because this is just a linear term like that is degree 1. We multiply x times x squared. X times 1 is 1x. And then we subtract, like old school division. X plus 1 goes into x squared plus 4x x times. So let's subtract. X squared minus x squared, 0. 4x minus 1x, that's 3x plus, bring down the remaining 3. X plus 1 goes into 3x plus 3. How many times? So you say, let's take the leading term. X goes into 3x. I know that. 3 times. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 1 is 3. And we subtract 3x minus 3x, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. So our remainder is 0. So here's our answer. Now, in college algebra, we are going to use something called synthetic division, which is just a shorter way of doing the same thing. Okay? So, let's do it using synthetic division. Hooray! Okay. So you say to yourself, what's the coefficient of x squared? Well, there's actually a 1 there. And it's a 4x and a 3. So you write all the coefficients down. 1, 4, and 3. You draw a little box here. We hope that we're dividing by something of the form x minus a. So we say to ourselves, if this x plus 1 was in x minus a form, what would a have to be? So x minus what gives you x plus 1? And so it's x minus negative 1. We place a negative 1 in here. We draw a straight line like so. You bring the 1 down. You do negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Then we add 4 minus 1 is 3. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. So we started with an x squared, and we divided by x. And what happens when you divide x squared by x, the degree of your answer is 1 smaller than what you started. So we're left with x plus 3. So if you look, this and this give us the same solution as we were hoping.